What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And Bitcoin is continuing its drop to the downside. So I wanted to drop this quick market update for you guys and let you know the key levels that we're coming into right now, because we have just come down and tapped our local key levels of support. And I want to talk about if we're going to hold these levels, are there any kind of bullish confirmations where we could see some kind of bounce to the upside? And if we lose these key levels, what are those next supports that we're looking at? And is this overall bearish for Bitcoin? Because as you guys know, yesterday we were looking at some of those bearish signals on the higher time frames. Is this the top for Bitcoin? I'm going to drop some quick sauce for you guys, give you my overall thoughts on the market, and talk to you guys about how I am personally trading this price action. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into the charts. Let's get into it. So guys, here we are on the Bitcoin chart. And real quick, as you guys know, yesterday we were looking at some bearish signals on the charts, specifically on those higher time frames that could be potentially pointing towards a bigger move to the downside. So I want to talk about what we were looking at. And first off, it all started here with our macro Fibonacci retracement from the all-time high, pulled all the way to the low right here at around $91,200. And as we were coming up, we were looking at this golden pocket as a major target for Bitcoin at $102,000, because we knew if we were going to continue this overall downtrend, that lower high was very likely to come in at this golden pocket 786 retracement. And we came into those zones. We put in some bearish confirmations up here before getting our next drop to the downside. Now, this was also on a deviation above our major value area high of our overall range here from all of this price action that we've kind of just been going sideways in. We deviated above that value area high. We had that big $102,000 target sitting up here. We got those bearish confirmations, and then very simply put, guys, this is why I love the volume profiles. We got a dip back below our value area high. We tried to hold this value area high as support just barely, and then we wound up getting sucked back into the range. The next stop for the price was going to be that POC. This was that key level of resistance we had to get above yesterday if we did not want to see this continuation down. But what happened? We got below it, we bearishly retested, and here we are getting that continuation to the downside. And we have come down to some very key levels of support down here, so I want to talk about the probabilities of a bounce coming in here, and if these levels don't hold, how low can we go? Now guys, yesterday on the live stream, we were looking at this daily red dot incoming on market cipher B, potentially starting the bigger move to the downside. But more specifically, what we were looking for in confluence with that daily red dot was our 90-minute money flow crossover into the red, which did occur, and it indeed did start that bigger trend to the downside. Now, as we look at these levels, guys, you can see we have a bigger level of support down here at our macro value area low, sitting between about 90,800 all the way down to the horizontal daily level that we have sitting at about $89,909. Are we going to see the bigger drop down here? Well, first off, we're going to have to lose the key levels of support that we're sitting at right now. So let's take a look at those levels and see what's going on here on the lower time frames. So I'm going to pull up those local levels here, guys. And as you can see, we have these local levels on the chart yesterday on the live stream saying, hey, if we are not going to get that bigger drop down to that $90,800 zone, we have to hold one of these two key levels of support. The first one here was on the POC golden pocket of the range, where we also had a daily naked point of control. We absolutely melted right through that level, came down to our value area low, deviated, and tapped this daily horizontal level perfectly. Now, I have taken a knife catch long here at the lows of our local profile here, up about 13%. We'll see what happens here, guys. This is definitely a risky situation. I'm going to stop myself out of this pretty quickly if it starts going against me. But the reason I took this trade was simply based off the fact that we did technically get a swing failure pattern down here onto that daily level, which could potentially mark a local low. And if we can get above this key level here at the value area low sitting at 94,250, guys, we must hold above this value area low. If we can, we could potentially look for a small move up into our POC, which is sitting at about 95,594, for a potential flip of that level to see that rotation of this range in full. Now, again, I will say, with the money flow coming out on some of these higher time frames, I don't know how probable this is, but I have taken a shot here at a small scalp position. This is not a trade signal, guys. At this point, I would not be entering as we've already started to get the move up. But I do just like to share with the Mafia how I trade this price action and how we make money trading price. You can see here, I'm already up $200 in a few minutes here. And this is how we can make some small bags on this very volatile market. Even if this is all we get, I could potentially close this trade right now, grab $225 for the day, and then go go ahead and do whatever I want. But I will say overall, I am going to be treating this as a scalp position, guys. This was taken off of one confirmation being that SFP. I really would have preferred to see more confirmation down here. But right now, the key level to stay above, guys, $94,250. It's our value area low. And just like every time we deviate below, we really look to get above that level, flip it to support before seeing a potential continuation to the upside. So we'll see how that long winds up playing out. But as you guys know, always using good risk management. If I get stopped out, it'll be a small loss. We made a ton of money on our long position up here to 102K, and we were looking for those shorts up here. Unfortunately, I missed that position, so hopefully I can make some money on this pump to the upside. But we'll see what happens, guys. If we wind up losing this daily at $92,650, I am simply going to take this local range off the chart, pull up my macro range, and look for that bigger move down to 90,800 all the way down to about 89,909. And that line in the sand, guys, if we are going to see this larger head and shoulders play out here, I'll pull up the daily so you guys can see it a bit more clearly. If we wind up seeing this head and shoulders be a big bearish sign for Bitcoin, we could be looking down towards those larger daily levels, ending at about 87,350. And then once we start losing that, guys, we could be in a little bit of danger for Bitcoin, targeting that $82,000 to $80,000 golden pocket. At this point, I would really want Bitcoin to start bouncing. I really don't want to come down to the 786 at around $76,000. But again, we are still pretty far away from this at this point. But I do just want you guys to be aware of that head and shoulders pattern coming in on that key Fibonacci level could potentially be a bearish sign for Bitcoin, especially with that daily money flow continuing to the downside with our red dot, the 45-minute, 1-hour money flow coming into the red. These 1/16th market cipher piece strategies are super reliable because, as you guys know, last night on the live stream, we were looking for that continuation down based off these bearish signals, just waiting for our local levels to get hit for that next potential long position, which I am now currently sitting in. And for what it's worth, guys, I am still holding my short position here from about $106,000. This is still continuing to pay me out. I have about $2,700 locked in, still up $2,500 unrealized on this trade. So I am now hedged with a long and a short, making money whether the price is going up or down, alongside the premium Discord, as well as the rest of the CandleMafia. So with all that being said, guys, that's all the time I got for this quick market update. Take a deep breath. We have those local levels, and even if we come down to that macro value area low, we could still potentially look for some scalp long positions. Whether we continue to dump or get the pump from here, the Mafia's out there making money, bing bong in these charts, up and down, and collecting that bag. If you guys want to know my overall 2025 expectations for the market, I just dropped my 2025 prediction video, so you guys can go check that out after this. And that's all the time I got for today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Frankie Candles out.
Go at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up. Yeah, you know, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on the road, here we go, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide.